Hey, my lovely Willow Vibes Tribe members. I'm Jessica from Willow Vines Intuitive Vibes, and I'm here to do a collective message. Today is, I don't know. It is Thursday, April 20th, 2023. If you care to know the date, don't get hung up on dates and times. Whenever it resonates with you, it's meant to. Even older messages, new ones, what have you. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Stick around. Hope you do stay. So, I'm stuffed up just because I was burning Palo Santos and I just inhaled it, so it just made me go whoo, and I started sneezing. Like in one of the readings I just recently did, I just sneezed out of nowhere. I'm like, why am I so stuffed up? Well, I think that's why, because I was fine just a second ago. But anyways, don't take the smoke to the face. Just saying. I don't know why I said it like that, but anyways, I had to run to the store real quick this morning, and I was like, I heard in my head, I didn't ask any questions because I was just on a quick mission, and I heard today's going to be a good day. And I was like, oh, good, that's good. We want good days kind of thing. And I wasn't, I don't know, I wasn't on a mission or anything, and I found 3 pennies. And one of them is minted in 1984, which is what I mentioned in another reading. But yesterday I was going through my pennies and just to see what I had, if I had any of those wheat ones. And I found 5 of them. I have 5 wheat pennies. And some of them are rare, but they're really not worth much. They're worth more than a penny, but it's not much in the grand scheme of things. But I just thought it was cool. I was just like looking through them. And then I found 3 today. And right after I heard today's going to be a good day. So, I don't know. You got 3 wishes. Things come in threes. Good things and bad things is what it feels like. And then when I'm sitting here cleansing the energy, and it's like, all right, Spirit, what do we need to know for today? Daily energy or within this current energy? Because I say daily energy, so it could resonate with certain people today, and for others, it's upcoming. It's already happened. It just depends. Because we are all on different timelines, different journeys, things like that, and there's certain messages that are for one person and some are for another and whatever. Anyways, I heard, because I was like, what do we need to know for today? And I heard, you already know. You already know. So you already know what your day is going to be, like what it's going to consist of, or you already have a feeling, or whatever your feeling is, something's going to come to fruition in some intuitive way for someone, like whatever you've been anticipating. And it feels like there's more than one thing that a lot of you are thinking of or anticipating. It feels like something to do with communication, because I keep staring at the labradorite. Which this one, because I'm holding the crystal, I did this in a reading like a year and a half ago. Because I got the 2 crystals. I was holding this one, and I keep staring at this one. And I was using this for a while, and it was like calming energies down and stuff when it was getting really chaotic. So this, I don't know if this represents a person. This person, you could have either helped them in some sort of way, calming them down, or they kind of center you. Some energy like that is what it feels like. Because this is like information, and this is like, oh, let's just calm down. I don't know. But I was using it for a while, and then I gave it to my son. Well, he's not here right now, and he left it on the end table in the living room, so I was like, oh, I'll put it in my little thing, and when he gets back, I'll give it back to him. But I don't think it has anything to do with my son, the messages that I'm picking up on right now, but I'm looking at something. And stones are significant. So someone could be looking at different stones, like geodes, or doing their research on what different crystals and stuff like that mean to help them. Or they're just interested in it. There could be someone who's into geology and stuff, like a geologist and whatnot. It's like I'm putting that back in there, but I just kind of I want to keep reaching for it. It's like I set that down, but I'm reaching for it. So someone could have set you aside, or there's either a project or a person. It feels more like a person that either set you aside or you set them aside, and it's like, but I can't, I want, it's like I'm reaching for you. So someone's reaching out to someone is what it feels like. Someone's gonna reach out to someone. So anyways, I don't know where else I was gonna go with that, but that's what that feels like. And as I excuse me, as I walked into this room to start recording and stuff, I can't open my water. I started going, which is, you know, it reminds me of crimes. There could be a crime that was committed or that's coming to light. Someone might say something about something that they did that wasn't on the up and up, no matter how big or small it is. This feels like it could be kind of big. Someone made a big boo-boo. Someone made a big mistake. And they might be feeling bad for it. I can't stop looking at that. It's either I can't stop looking at the problem or I just can't stop looking at something or someone. Okay. Someone's heavily looking at something, no matter what it is. I don't know. So let's see, what do we have going on today? Yeah, people are definitely figuring things out. There's something significant to do with a book as well. And this doesn't feel like my spiritual books. It feels like a book. I don't know if it's a journal. It's a literal book. Like it could be a Bible, because I just stared at my pagan ritual prayer book. And it's not that book. It could be a Bible or a prayer book or something that's very significant. The gift of sacred sight. It's like seeing what other people don't see. Because for some reason, it's making me think of religious factors here, like differences between religious beliefs and stuff. And it's weird because I was watching like ancient discoveries and stuff, which I've already seen. I don't know why I'm saying and stuff constantly now. But anyways, I've seen it before a long time ago because I was like, I remember these inventions and stuff, but I was probably being prompted to watch it for a sense of like symbolism, you know, so that I can explain something because it's coming up. But because there's like religious beliefs, and when I was watching it, I'm like, it was basically about trickery, like what priests and priests of the time, basically in ancient times, how they would trick people into believing that the gods were around or whatever, you know, the deities that they're praying to. It's like the power of prayer is calling them in. They're here for you, which spirit is always here for us, but that was just for control and money. That's what it all boiled down to, and that's why they were tricking people. And I'm not judging anyone who goes to church or anything like that, because it's your faith, and if it gets you through and that's your belief system, that is wonderful. It really is. It's just, it feels like there's a difference here. I don't know why I'm talking about something to do with trickery. Maybe somebody felt that way, like you were trying to trick them into believing differently, into changing their faith, or there's some type of trickery that has to do with religion for some reason. Huh. Hick chick just popped in my head. And that was one of my old emails, like a long time ago. Hick chick 9603. I can't believe I remember that. I don't know how to get into the damn thing. And I don't even remember if it was like Hotmail or Yahoo. I have no clue. But anyways, I don't even know if that thing's still up and running. But why am I being reminded of an old email? And it's not an email that somebody sent me. It's like an old account. There's something to do with an old account. It's either an old social media account, email account, whatever. There's a difference. There's a difference with an old account. I don't know what that's about. But anyways, there's something to do with an old account. Something's outdated. Then we have an elder will teach you. A safe place for you to go. And something is about to end for now. It's like something's about to end temporarily. So there could be an ending approaching, but whenever there's an ending, there's always a new beginning. Now I want to start drumming. Which is funny because when I was deleting the videos on my iPad, I started going dun dun dun. Like I'm deleting things. Dun dun dun. Someone's deleting things. They could be deleting old messages even, or accounts. Like, oh, that's an old account. Don't need that no more. Can't find me now. Like, something like that. But I just want to say anything that was online will always be online. No matter if you deactivate it, delete it, or whatever, it still can be recovered in some way, you know? This elder will teach you. Card, turtles could be significant. But this feels like a spiritual elder. Because if you think about it throughout history, a lot of people, that's how information was handed down to us, is from our elders, you know, like the people before us. Because if you think of ancient times and stuff, you know, there wasn't the internet and text and whatever, like we could write, and a lot of writings and documentation of things they're long gone because they didn't stand the test of time, basically. So a lot of people had to rely on their elders' knowledge, just because it's like, okay, I got to trust you because you were here before me, so I need to trust in this information, because I wasn't there. So okay, this has something to do with trust and believing something. It really does. That's what it's feeling like. Because if you think about it, it's like, I trust you because you came before me. You're wiser. You're older. Whatever. And I'm not saying that there's someone who's older than you that's going to speak to you. It's just, this feels like there's some type of symbolism in here. So you trust the information. You hear it from your elder, and then you have your experiences plus the stories you heard from, you know, your elders and whatever, and then you pass it on. But down the line, things get twisted. That kind of feels like where the religion thing is coming in. Like, information getting twisted around to appease somebody else's agenda. That could be going on, where it's like someone twisting your words around to make it fit their own narrative, or it has to do with groups of people, you know, whether it's, you know, religion based or not. But I guess that's just the easiest way to explain it, because if you think about it, because I keep staring at pagan, a lot of people think that pagans are evil witches, and we're not. If you actually look into, you know, even when they did sacrifices and stuff, you know, like blood rituals and whatnot, it's basically to show what your it's an offering, but it's basically showing your deities, that your gods and the gods and goddesses, that you're willing to sacrifice something important to you, basically. Because back then, you know, I mean, even now, it's your livestock is important to you. You need it to eat and whatever. And, you know, if you're using your own essence, we'll say, it's a self-sacrifice. And nowadays people do it in different ways. I mean, there are still some people that practice that way, but overall it's not like worshiping the devil, basically. That was just a scare tactic by Christians, and when that faith was founded, basically to scare people away from that religion so that everyone would believe the same way. It was for control. And governments do that too. Because I was also thinking about how the higher ups, we'll leave it at that. So government governments and whatever, the elites, whatever label you want to put on anything, but those above us, I guess you could say, because again, their pockets are lined with fucking money. But they basically can do whatever they want if you think about it, because they have us controlled even on the most basic level with our day-to-day stuff that we don't think about, like just with food. It starts with education, forgetting history. Okay, why am I going into this? Maybe somebody's going to discuss this, or they're thinking about it. Because it's like, I keep saying, don't forget history. History will repeat itself if you do forget. And I started off talking about stories being handed down and like information getting muddled and muddied. So basically, there's historical facts. This war happened, this situation happened, whatever. And then let's wipe away monuments. Let's pretend that didn't happen. Let's change the textbooks to fit our narrative and teach children what we want them to know, not what they need to know, but what we want them to know, so that they won't ever know about this, and then slowly over time it's forgotten, because eventually the elders are going to die. They're all the people that know are going to pass away, and then it's just going to be a legend. You know what I mean? It's just going to be a story. An urban legend, like, did that even really happen kind of thing, you know what I mean? And then history will repeat itself. Something about tyranny, I don't know, that just popped in my head. But it's like humanity's even being controlled with food. So it's like letting go of the past, fucking up education, making each generation dumber and dumber, I'm just saying, and not caring. But it's for the benefit of the wealthy, if you really think about it. And it always has been. It's always about greed and money and shit. Every problem stems around fucking money. But I don't know, because I was thinking about how, like, with food and pesticides, and how, a lot of illnesses have just kind of popped up out of nowhere. And some people will argue, oh, it's just because we know about it now because of, social media, the internet, just media in general. No, it's not just that. I mean, some of these diseases and illnesses have been around for a long time, but we speed up the process and hurt ourselves with what we consume every day. Why do you think junk food is cheaper than vegetables and healthy stuff? Because I was thinking about this. I'm really going off on this all of a sudden. Because I was just thinking about this when I went grocery shopping, and $200 later, buying healthy things, I have nothing in the house now just 3 days later. And it's like, if I would have bought a bunch of junk, I'd still have plenty of food in the house. But I don't want to eat that crap. And I don't want my kids to eat it either, So it's like, every once in a while, a snack is fine, but when you're eating processed shit constantly, it causes a lot of health issues. It really does. And I'm not here to like berate anyone and tell you how to eat and how to live. It's just, that's done on purpose. It's done on purpose. So I guess someone's elder's like, hey, listen up, because don't forget. Don't forget. Just don't forget. Something like that. So don't forget. Because it's not just about inner knowledge. It's not believing everything that you're told, everything that you're taught, because a lot of it's crap. That's really what I want to say with that for some reason. So there could be a speech coming up. Some of you might want to go over that stuff. A safe place for you to go. This kind of feels like a safe haven. Like there's nowhere to go to escape whatever's going on in the world. Someone could really be worried about current events, not an apocalypse or anything like that, but tyranny. I don't know. Somebody's worried about the future for their children, for themselves. A safe place for you to go. Has something to do with a brother as well. Could be your brother or just a brotherhood. Because that made me think of military for some reason. Because with a safe place to go is making me think of like a lot of people, if you aren't in the service, you never served or anything like that, you don't know a veteran, or if you do, maybe you don't understand why they have survival kits or why they're so, why they try to be prepared for catastrophic events or just issues and stuff. Is because, for one, some of them know things, they have certain information that civilians don't have, just because of what they did. And for others, it's just what they've seen, and it's like, okay, well, if this can happen here, if this can happen over there, that it can happen here, something like that. Anyways, a time to say goodbye. Something is about to end for now. What's gonna end though? What is this? The name Tim is coming up. I just want to be like, bye, Tim. So I don't feel like that's someone who watches me. I really don't. I feel like someone's saying goodbye to someone named Tim. I don't know. And it's not Tiny Tim either. He's a good old boy, whatever that is for you, like one of the good old boys. Maybe someone from your past or something. In my head, I just heard, right. But anyways, alright, so let's see. Which one do I want to use first? This one. Let's see what the gift of sacred light is all about. I got my Hocus Pocus cards. I love it. You're backed up by the divine, but someone's backed up by good and quote unquote evil, basically, because it feels like the devil's working for someone, and not in a negative way. Like, I just heard it's not what you think. It's not what you think. When it pertains to the dark and the light, because you got to have that balance. You can't have one without the other. Because if you think about it, if you abolish evil and bad, then you'll have nothing to compare good to. So therefore, how will you know if everything's all good? If there's no bad in the world anymore, how do you know what's good anymore? I don't know why I said that. But anyways. And we all have that within us. There's something hidden. Maybe someone feels bad for some of the stuff they said or did. But we all make mistakes. It's learning curves and stuff. And it could have something to do with someone's personal history, doing what you know because your father, your grandparents, your whatever, like, this is how your family's always been, this is how it is, basically, and you do what you know. A lot of people do. Some of you could be going against the grain and changing things up, like breaking generational curses and going like, okay, well, I know that this is how the family's always been, but fuck this, I'm going a different road because I want my family to be different, or I want a different life than what you guys lived. Because who's to say that you're right and I'm wrong? And who's to say that, I'm right and you're wrong? Is it like vice versa, whatever? But that's for you to figure out for yourself. And there's no wrong in marching to the beat of your own drum, to going against the grain, to being different, to standing, like, there's nothing wrong with standing out. Because none of us are meant to just conform and be robots, I don't know, something to do with that. Even if you feel alone, even if you feel like some of you just could be ending connections with people and totally going it on your own, and it's like, this is kind of a scary journey because they feel lonely, but you won't be lonely for long if you're doing that, or if you did that. And you're never alone spiritually speaking, but I'm talking about people like with other people. So if you feel like you don't have any friends, you've been in hermit mode, you're pulling away from everyone, it's like doing it for your sanity, for your own good, because then every choice you make, is your own, because you're not being influenced by what other people say. You're not being influenced by the media or just individuals in your life. Maybe somebody's seeing that about you, like, yeah, you're doing this all on your own. You're not getting your information from here, them, or whatever. Because someone could have thought that maybe some of the things you were saying were based off from what somebody else had told you, or what you read, or something, or what you saw. But that's not where it's coming from. The Eight of Lightning, which is, oh, there's more than one. The Eight of Swords, basically. Someone's stressed. You're very, very protected, is what I want to say, but someone's worried because, I don't know, I feel like I'm worried because I can't get to you. So I don't know if it's I'm worried because I can't get to you, I can't help you, or I'm worried because no matter what I do, what I say, you got this bubble of protection around you and nothing gets through, so I can't hurt you. I can't do anything about whatever this is. Someone can't stop you and they're stressed about it. Could be the King of Swords, King of Lightning. Because there's trickery here, which I did start this off saying that, because not understanding things, which is what the priests and stuff were doing to people, like saying that the gods were around or whatever, but they were using technology like magnetism and water pressure and heat and stuff like that to make things move and make noise, and nobody understood what that was because it was the secrets of the church, and it's like people were in awe, like, oh my gosh, this has to be otherworldly because we've never seen this before. We've never seen this before. It's out of this world. It's got to be magic, or it's got to be whatever. And spirit really is around, with orbs and the lights doing their things with my readings, but that's not what this is about. This is like, maybe someone thought you were using trickery, like trying to trick them, trap them into believing something, into changing their mind. Because this person's very logical. And in the movie, Max is like an arrogant little punk, basically. Like, yeah, right, haha. Someone could have used tricks to make you think that, or to make someone think that either you were picking up on, I don't know, it has to do with like premonitions and psychic things coming true. But what they don't realize, or what they didn't realize, is you really are gifted, and you didn't need them to do that, for one. I've said this so many times. But the tricks might be coming out. Someone could be very worried about their bullshit getting revealed. Because if you think about it, the witches, they were around 300 years prior to this virgin lighting the candle. And he said it was fire rain. Oh, he makes fire in his hands. They've never seen a lighter before. The simplest fucking thing ever to us. But if you come from ancient times, this is like magic. This is fucking magic. Technology can be magical. And it's like anyone who is in the know and within a situation knows that it's not magic, that it's someone messing with someone. They know what's going on, but it's like, you guys don't know, so we're just gonna pretend. Fire rain. You know what I mean? Like, and of course they figure it out. The witches are like, we've been tricked, we've been duped, whatever. An elder, and that's under an elder will teach you. That's so funny. So it's like, whoever these people are, this person is, could only pull a fast one on you for so long because you weren't, I don't know, there's like I don't want to say a lack of understanding, but it was like things weren't fully clear whenever this was going on for you. And now things have changed. It's a lot clearer. You're a lot wiser now. You're too smart for someone's bullshit. You're too smart for their tricks, and they know it. And they're worried because you're protected and they're not. That's kind of what that feels like. And then we have the Six of Pumpkins, which is the Six of Pentacles. A safe place for you to go. Someone might run to their brother's house or a sibling's house or something. I don't know why I wanted to say that, because this is like equal give and take. There could be brothers who are working together against someone or with someone, whatever. I don't know. It feels like there's some type of brother. It's either a brotherhood, biological brothers, or you're like a brother from another mother kind of thing. We're working together. They were working together in this situation. You could have said goodbye to them. I'm just saying. But I feel like it's a temporary goodbye because someone's got something to say. I just heard it's the other brother. It's the other brother. Whatever that means to you. It's the other brother. Alright, so why is the time to say goodbye here? It's the other brother. There's just a lot of lies and bullshit here. It's like an illusion. And this doesn't feel... It could have been like a spiritual illusion, like false information getting sent your way energetically, but this feels like people literally tricking you. Like, oh, it's going to be a good day. I found 3 pennies, which, you know, I find them just randomly and it's accidental, like, you know, spirit puts them in my path basically, or I'm just, you know, whatever. But people are literally leaving things, and that's what's reminding me of. Trickery. Like you think it's this, but it's really that kind of thing. No matter what it is, that's just an example as being reminded of it. That's why, probably why I left those pennies out. And 3 people could be involved. Because we have 1984, so someone could have been born in 1984. There's also 1996 could be significant for some of you. And I think the other one was, what was it? 1978. So those years could be significant, not necessarily. So it's almost like there's someone that's either your age or around your age, someone who's older than you and someone who's younger than you involved. Because that's kind of that's a big age gap if you think about it. It's not like huge between, you know, 78 and 84, but someone who's a few years older, someone around the same age, and someone younger involved. No matter what the age difference is. I just want to be like, bye, 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 bye. You could be saying goodbye to a lot of people, just saying. Okay. Oh, I wanted to do that, not right now. I'm going to use my scrying mirror in a different reading. Because I want to do one reading where it's like purely channeled messages, even if I pull one card, because I see symbols and signs everywhere. But I kind of want to see what I'll get out of the scrying mirror. Because the last time I had it out, whenever I was doing a reading, like a lot was coming through. I was like, holy crap. Queen of Candles, I saw her ass poking out and I didn't pick her up, but maybe I should have, because she came out anyway. So this one might come out and say something. The Queen of Wands and the Sun. Yeah, the Queen of Wands is either in the know and wants to speak up and say something, or there's some type of clarity coming to the Queen of Wands because you said goodbye to somebody, or that's why you said goodbye. Like, all right, I know what the fuck's going on here, so peace, bitches. Yeah, there's a new beginning. dance until you die. I don't know, I keep thinking of the movie now because I'm playing with these cards, because I'm playing with the cards. I don't know, because it's making me think of like, okay, in the movie, dance until you die, and everyone's dancing all night long because they were under a spell. You know, there was an illusion there, like everything was wonderful. And it also makes me think of in the labyrinth when she's dancing with the Goblin King and it's a big illusion, and she's like, what the hell's going on? And then she figures it out, and everything just, you know, just that spell's broken basically. But I was also thinking of cowboys when they're like dance and they shoot at your feet and they're making you move because you don't want to get shot, you don't want to get hurt. So someone could have been making you move all around, do a bunch of weird shit. It was a control tactic, and you were doing it because of fear, because you didn't want to get hurt. Like, you know, I don't want someone, if someone's stalking you, like, I don't want them to find me. I don't want someone to, you know, whatever, to do whatever. So some of you or someone could have been being led around or controlled in some sort of way because of fear. And you're seeing that it's just a bunch of hocus pocus. That was a bunch of hocus pocus. That was a bunch of BS. Whatever you were feeling, whatever intuitive hits you were getting, if spirit was talking to you, whatever, that was not hocus pocus. What these people, this trickery is. Because even this fucking dude who tries to trick the witches, basically, he doesn't believe. So there's a non-believer who is fucking with you, basically. Because this feels very spiritual, esoterical. I started off with readings, just saying, but this person didn't believe. Do you believe in magic in a young girl's heart? This one didn't. I'm just saying. And this one messed with someone who it was very magical, basically. It's almost like, you like supernatural things? I'll show you supernatural. And whoever this is, they probably, I don't know, I feel like yeah, they were they were helping. They had help doing this. There's more than one person that was tricking someone, basically, but it's almost like making paranormal things happen, or saying it, or whatever. It could just be like, oh, I saw this, or whatever. Copying someone, mimicking you, parrot energy, whatever it is. It feels like a mixed bag of bullshit. They were trying to create paranormal activity, like, oh, spirit says this and that and whatever, but they weren't banking on the fact that you really can speak to spirit, and spirit's like, all right, we'll show you, motherfucker. Like, you want to pretend to do what we do? We'll show you what we can do. That's kind of what this feels like. And it's reminded me of a show that I watched. It's on BBC. It's called Ghost, which is hilarious. If you've never seen it, it's fucking hilarious. I might rewatch it all over again. It was so funny. But there was one part where they said that the mansion was haunted, and because it really is, the girl, she can see, because she had a near-death experience, and she can see all the ghosts. Her husband can't. But the ghosts didn't want to participate, and they didn't want to show everyone. Like, they didn't want to flash the lights and move shit. They didn't want to do that. And she's like, please, you know, we really need this. And they're like, nope. So they went on strike, basically. And the homeowners, the people in the house, were like, all right, fine, we'll fake it. And that's what they were doing, just for publicity. Someone was faking something for publicity, or they were saying that you were. But the ghost got pissed, like, do you know how long it took me to learn how to move something, or to do this, or whatever, and, like, you're gonna pretend? So they ended up really doing it because they were mad. So that could have happened, like, spirits getting their revenge on someone, or someone's, is what it feels like. That's kind of funny. Yeah, well, the stress and worry and bullshit, it's ended. It's over. It's over. It's over now. Because someone sees the fucking light, like, oh crap, okay, yeah, this is done. We don't want to do this anymore. once somebody stops fucking around and doing, like, trying to harm another person, anything that's kind of scary or terrifying, like creepy paranormal activity, will cease. It will stop. Because I kind of feel like someone might be being haunted, and it's not a medium, it's not a light worker, it's someone might be scared of some of the things that are happening, the strange happenings that are going on around them. That's only going to stop when people or that person stops fucking with you or with whoever. Because I just heard, I'm working for you, baby. But anyways, I had a dream about a lot of past people as well last night. I was like, that's really weird. Because these people, I can't even remember two of the people's names. I'm like, I used to work with them when I worked at Wendy's, but I don't remember their names. We hung out occasionally, but not really. And I don't know why they popped up. But also made me think of an old friend, too. And I was like, I wonder how she is. So anyways, we have justice. So someone could be thinking about you. Maybe there's a childhood friend that you lost touch with who wants to reach out to you, or there's someone like that who's involved in this situation. I feel like there's somebody who wants to talk. They want to reach out, and it's not a bad thing. No, it's not. I just miss you is what I heard. So there's someone who wants to talk to someone from their past, and it feels like a friendship because somebody misses them. There really could be a Libra involved, but whoever this trickster motherfucker is, whoever thought they were so smucking fat, they're the ones that are on the chopping block. It's like, oh, he's a witch, she's a witch, let's burn them at the stake kind of thing. Oh, really? I don't think that you're going down. If someone was saying bad shit about you, basically, I don't feel like you're the one that's gonna get hung. Someone's hanging themselves. And, oh, that sounded horrible. Not in a suicide kind of way. In a metaphorically speaking kind of way. Because of what they did. They trapped themselves. Someone got tangled up in their own crap, in their own trap. We have the Three of Potions, which is the Three of Cups. There could be a reconciliation here between brothers. So if there's a brother, like if you have a brother or brothers, multiple, because it feels like 3 boys. Because these are brothers. It could be 2 boys. But anyways, if you're like estranged from your brother, whatever the relationship is, you haven't talked to him in a while, or it's just kind of, it's not that great, I feel like there's going to be more reciprocity in that situation. So if you're wondering if one of your brothers or your brother, if they're going to come around and start giving more of their time, being part of the family, I feel like yes. Someone's brother might have gotten themselves in, I don't know, they're in too deep, they could be stuck in the mud, like, fuck, I need help kind of thing. I don't know where to go from here. Be understanding. I don't know, because somebody's brother that they don't speak to might resurface. They might come back around, because family's important. And then we have the Knight of Lightning, which is the Knight of Swords, the bus driver. What is that? Bible. Anyways, I've seen that movie a time or two, just saying. The Nine of Lightning. This could be, someone's fearing the truth. They're fearing clarity. Because they'll turn to stone. They won't be able to do anything anymore. Don't forget history. Don't forget what's already happened between you and other people. It's okay to move forward with them or without them, But don't forget what they did, what they said, whatever happened. Don't ever forget. Don't forget history. That's probably why I went off on that. Because there's the monument right there. Yeah, it gets obliterated. So that no one knows what happened in this situation. Because if you think about it, the witches are magic. You know, they came back because the ignorant virgin lit the candle. And they were only back for one night. It's almost like somebody had to get something done really quickly, or they only had one chance, one shot to do something, and they fucking failed, basically, because they were outsmarted. And no one's gonna believe this. No one's gonna believe this. They're gonna think it's a tall tale, a story. That's why it feels like this level of trickery is like, oh, we'll get away with this because no one's gonna fucking believe it. They're gonna think it's just fiction. They're just gonna believe. They're gonna think it's a story that was handed down the line, or it's just someone made this up, and especially if you're into writing, if you write stories, if you're very creative. It's like, oh, this person's making all this up. They'll never believe so-and-so or whatever. We'll get away with it because, poof, we're gone. Everything's gone. There's no evidence or whatever, but there is, just FYI. I just heard fuck you. So anyway, someone's not happy about something. But, let's see. Anything else? 444 is significant. 333 as well. 44. Yeah. So 4444, which would break down to a 16 and a 7 tower moment. Spirit's going zoop. Someone's scared of communicating. They're afraid of saying something because they don't want to slip up and out themselves. Because the Knight of Swords can be kind of tactless. You know, he or she doesn't always think things through. So someone might have made a boo-boo and acted on impulse, and they didn't think things through, especially when it comes to invoking a level of fear. But I feel like that's how they got caught. Their cockiness and arrogance was their downfall. That's what that feels like. Because if you look at it, you know, she's over here dancing and whatever, having a grand old time, and she's sexy, alluring, whatever, and this dude likes her, you know, because that's the way I'm looking at it. And he's like, oh, I see what you got going on over there. Like, yeah, I want to come over. So it could be flirtatious energy. This person could have flirted with you, or multiple people. I'll give you a ride. This could be a significance with a ride. Maybe you got in a vehicle with somebody, or they want to give you a ride, if you know what I'm saying. Something's coming back around, though. Yeah. Somebody wants to come out of the cold. Okay, I fucked that all up. What the fuck? Somebody fucked something all up. I don't even know what happened here. So someone doesn't know, or they're pretending not to know. Fucking tower. And the 10 of Wands. Yeah, someone's very, very burdened. I don't even know what happened here. So this person might not even know that they got caught, or these people might not know that you're in the know and you're messing with them. Like, you know what I mean? There's a lot of strength here, too. You know what's making me think of with the 9 of Pentacles? Because this is like independent energy. And with strength, it's like, okay. There could have been a group of people screwing with you. It's like it took an army. It took a whole army to try to take you down, to try to scare you, to try to fuck with you, to try to whatever, to try to stop something. And they couldn't because you're protected. And they didn't bank on that. And it just took you. Just you. Just one person in your spirit team to create so much stress and worry and burdens and bullshit for them. Like, a bunch of people couldn't take you down, but you could take all of them down. And they know it. Or they're gonna know it. Sometimes, yeah, justice, they're gonna know it. They're gonna find out. I don't know, I'm looking at this dude, he's got his eyes closed, and it's like, I don't care what you have to say, is what I'm hearing. Like, that's what I feel with this. I don't care what you have to say. I want the facts only. So it's like, okay, well, here's this fact, and you know what I mean? So it's like the evidence is laid out and the factual information. It's like, I trust actions and facts, not fucking words. That's what that feels like. Oh my goodness. So that's all for this reading. And I just heard problem averted. So you avoided a problem because you listened to yourself or because you ended something. Yeah, you could have rejected the situation or a person. Rejection is divine protection. I don't know, even if somebody pushed you away, I feel like you still knew what was going on. Or maybe you're figuring out or going to find out why somebody rejected you in the first place. Has something to do with love. Ace of Potions. It's like, this is all the love that I have left. Because this is the potion, that all the potion they have left. That's what they started with. It's like, this is all I have. We got to start with this. This is all I have. We got to start with this. What the hell is that? This will get things going. And then we can make more. So it's like, someone could have used you. Pretended to care. Something along, whatever that means to you, because I don't want to sit here and think about it. But anyways, I love you guys, and I'll talk to you soon.